The Memphis Grizzlies broke apart their playoff core, first trading away Desmond Bane and then Jaren Jackson Jr. The only player left from that time is Ja. So in today's video, we are going to trade every single player on the Grizzlies roster except for the man himself, Ja Morant. We will be starting off at the beginning of the 25-26 season in order for us to make trades, and now let's see which players we could bring in to help Ja Morant and the Memphis Grizzlies. The first trade of this video we're going to attempt to pull off is with the Atlanta Hawks, where we bring in Onyeka Okongwu. Having a floor spacing big man beside Ja Morant will definitely help out our team's offense a ton. So I'm going to be offering the Hawks max prosper for Onyeka Okongwu, and as of right now they do decline. I will throw in a future first round pick and see if that gets it done. It looks like that will not. What if we include some second round picks? Can we make this happen? 2 second round picks is not going to be done. What about 3 second round picks? And just like that, we land ourselves Onyeka Okongwu. We are now talking with the OKC Thunder about Jalen Williams. Having him here as our second scoring option would definitely help out our team a ton. So I'm going to be offering the OKC Thunder Zach Edey, GG Jackson, and 2 first round picks, and that does not get it done. What if we throw in 1 more first round pick? And that gets it done. We land ourselves Jalen Williams. I now went into Trade Finder to see what the Pacers would want for Andrew Nembhard, and it looks like they want Ty Jerome and Santi Aldama for Andrew Nembhard and Obi Toppin. And you know what? I actually like this trade a lot. Andrew Nembhard could be our brand new starting shooting guard, so let's go ahead and pull off this trade. The next trade will be with the Atlanta Hawks, where we send them Cedric Coward, Caldwell Pope, and 2 first round picks, where we bring in Nickeil Alexander-Walker and Dyson Daniels. I'm not sure if we're going to be keeping both of these players. I guess we'll find out. We do need ourselves a new starting power forward. Finding ourselves a power forward is a lot more difficult than I had thought, so we're going to be pulling off this trade with the Minnesota Timberwolves, where we bring in Naz Reid. We will change his position from center to power forward and have him run in our starting lineup. So we're going to be sending the Timberwolves Dyson Daniels and Brendan Clark for Naz Reid and Joan Bringer, I believe that's how you pronounce his name. We do need ourselves a backup wing, so we're going to be pulling off a trade with the Cleveland Cavaliers, sending them Jalen Wells and Taylor Hendricks for Jalen Tyson and Dean Wade. The Dallas Mavericks are offering us Daniel Gafford, who's an elite rim protector. He could rebound and score, and at the moment we do need ourselves a backup center, so we're going to be acquiring him from the Mavericks, where we send them Cam Spencer and Obi Toppin for Gafford and AJ Johnson. The final trade will be with the Boston Celtics, where we send them Scottie Pippen Jr., Walter Clayton Jr., and Tyler Burton for Jordan Walsh and Amiri Williams. And before I give a quick rundown of the new roster, I would really appreciate it if y'all could drop a thumbs up on this video and subscribe if you haven't already. That really does support on my channel and video a ton. In the starting lineup, we have Ja Morant, Nickeil Alexander-Walker, Jalen Williams, Naz Reid, and Okongwu, and then off the bench, we have Andrew Nembhard, Jalen Tyson, Daniel Gafford, and Jordan Walsh. Now let's simulate the first few games of this season to see how this new roster does. The first game is up against the New Orleans Pelicans, who we go on to defeat 134-112. Nickeil Alexander-Walker dropped 29 points, a 28-point double-double from Morant, and 18 from J-Dub. The next game is up against the Miami Heat. Let's see if we can also defeat them, and we do end up losing. Can we go on to defeat the Pacers? And yes, we can. We score 155 points. Ja had a 39-point double-double, 21-25 from Na, and 25 from J-Dub. Our previous head coach had a really low overall, so I decided to fire him and bring in this dude here, Otis Newman, on a 1-year contract. The reason I gave him a 1-year contract is there's not too many options for head coaches at this moment. In the offseason, there will be more options, and there we will find our perfect head coach. And as of right now, we are rolling with a 3.5-star overall system proficiency balanced under Otis Newman. And now I'm going to start simulating here until the end of this season, but if there's any more trades to be made, I'll stop at the trade deadline to show you all. At the end of this season, Victor Wembanyama goes on to win an MVP, Cooper Flag Rookie of the Year, Nickeil Alexander-Walker goes on to win 6th Man of the Year, averaging nearly 19 points per game on 50-40-90 shooting splits. Let's go. Then we had Wemby also win Defensive Player, Buzelis Most Improved, Shea wins Clutch Player, Chris Finch Coach of the Year, and we go on to win Executive of the Year. Let's see if we get any All-NBA selections, and it looks like Ja Morant makes it on an All-NBA second team. Let's go. Let's see if we have ourselves any more awards. Do we get anyone here on an all defensive team? And sadly, it looks like we don't get anyone on an all defensive team, but that is all right. We ended this season as the number 4 seed, winning a total of 49 games and losing 33. Before we start simulating the playoffs, let's go ahead and take a look at the player stats for the regular season. So our leading scorer was none other than Morant, averaging 26 points per game, 9 assists, 1 steal while shooting 56% from the field. 19 points per game from Nickeil Alexander-Walker, 18 from J-Dub, 13 from Okongwu, 12.5 from Naz Reid, and 12 from Andrew Nembhard. And now in the first round of the playoffs, we are going to be taking on the Golden State Warriors, who have themselves Stephen Curry, Seth Curry, Jimmy Butler, Draymond Green, and Kristaps Porzingis, and this is their bench unit. Let's see how things go here. Game number 1 does go to the Warriors. They win here 110-103. What about game number 2? And it looks like we go on to win game 2, 120-105. J-Dub dropping 23 points, Ja with a 22-point double-double. Game number 3, the Warriors will go on to win 114-102, Naz Reid with 25 and 20 from Tyson. I have come up with a little defensive coach game plan. Let's see if that'll help us win game 4 to top the series. We will jump into Simcast where the Warriors do have home court advantage. So far it's a close battle back and forth, and it looks like the Warriors go on to win by 2 points. Ja had 21, 17 from J-Dub. So far, J-Dub has kind of been struggling compared to the regular season. He's only shooting 43% from the field and 26% from the 3-point line. And the same with Ja Morant. He's shooting 41% from the field. It looks like the Warriors are doing a really good job on us defensively. Can we come back from this? And sadly, we do end up getting eliminated in the first round of the playoffs to the Golden State Warriors. Clearly, there's going to have to be some upgrades done to our team this offseason, because as of right now, we are not championship contenders. But let's go ahead and simulate past the playoffs and see which team goes on to win the championship. And in the NBA Finals, we have the New York Knicks taking on the OKC Thunder, and the New York Knicks go on to win, with Karl Anthony Towns winning Finals MVP. In case you all were wondering how our team players did here in the playoffs, we played a total of 5 games, and in those 5 games, our leading scorer was Ja Morant, averaging a 21-point double-double, 16 from J-Dub, 15.5 from Naz Reid, 14.5 from Okongwu, and 14.5 from Nickeil Alexander-Walker. It is now finally time for us to get a new head coach. We do have options like Nick Nurse, who currently is a free agent, and I'm going to go ahead and offer him a 4-year contract, paying him about $10 million. I'm also going to offer a few more head coaches some contracts, and we'll see which one out of them accepts. And for our brand new head coach, we land ourselves Will Hardy. It looks like Nick Nurse will not be accepting our contract, so that means Will Hardy will be our brand new head coach. I will be attempting to upgrade the power forward position. Aaron Gordon is a player that could literally do everything we need him to. He's a good perimeter defender, good post defender, and he can score when we need him to. Naz Reid isn't really the best perimeter defender, and that's why I'm going to try and trade him away to the Denver Nuggets, where we send the Nuggets Naz Reid and Dean Wade for Aaron Gordon. And as of right now, they do decline, but I did forget to mention we signed ourselves Ben Simmons and Malik Beasley in the middle of last season because we did not have as many players as we needed to continue simulating. So let's throw in Ben Simmons, and that trade gets done. And with our first round pick, I'm going to go ahead and draft Isaiah Evans, who is listed at the shooting guard position, but if we change it to small forward, he should go up in overall. I'm not sure if he's going to be a part of this rotation, or are we going to be trading him this offseason? We will find out here soon enough. Looks like he is a 72 overall. Team player options, I will be picking up the team option on Jalen Tyson, Jordan Walsh, and AJ Johnson. We don't have to re-sign anyone here in free agency. Our core pieces are already locked up on long-term contracts, but we do have some money to play with here in free agency. Like, we could sign ourselves a Peyton Watson level player on a $14 million contract, and honestly, I think I'm going to go for Peyton Watson. He's turned out to become a really good two-way player. Let's go ahead and offer him a 4-year deal where we pay him $14 million annually, and it looks like he will be accepting unless the Nuggets match that, which they do not. I am also going to be attempting to upgrade our starting center position, moving on from Onyeka Okongwu and bringing in Chet Holmgren. We're going to be offering the OKC Thunder Nickeil Alexander-Walker, Okongwu, and Isaiah Evans for Chet Holmgren. Let's see what they say, and just like that, we land ourselves Chet Holmgren as our brand new starting center. Alrighty, here we are at the start of this season with a new and upgraded 9-man rotation. So in our starting lineup, we now have Ja Morant, Jalen Williams, Peyton Watson, Aaron Gordon, and Chet Holmgren. And then off the bench, we have Andrew Nembhard, Jalen Tyson, Jordan Walsh, and Daniel Gafford. This team of ours is going to be absolutely unstoppable. Let's go ahead and simulate the first few games of this season to see how we do. The first game is up against the Chicago Bulls, who we go on to defeat 146 to 117. Ja drops a 31-point double-double, 26 from Chet Holmgren in his Grizzlies debut, 24 from J-Dub, and 23 from Aaron Gordon in his Grizzlies debut. Let's see if we can also defeat the Sacramento Kings, which we do end up losing to. Okay, 97 to 123. Peyton Watson had 19, but I guess chemistry still does need to be built. This season, our team has made it to the NBA Cup Finals, and we're going to be taking on the Chicago Bulls. Let's see if we can go on to win the NBA Cup. We will have home court advantage on our side, and so far we do have the lead by quite a bit, and it looks like we will go on to win 129 to 109. And Ja Morant dropped a 29-point double-double, 27 from J-Dub, and a 16-point double-double from Chet Holmgren. Ja Morant goes on to win NBA Cup MVP, averaging 29 points per game as well as 9 assists per game. We are stopped here at the contract extension day, and Aaron Gordon wants to sign a contract extension, so I will be extending him for the next 2 seasons, where we pay him about $13.5 million annually, and he goes on to happily accept. I'm also going to be extending Jordan Walsh on a 4-year contract extension, where we pay him $5 million annually, and he also happily accepts the contract. We are here at the end of this season, and Cade Cunningham goes on to win his first MVP, averaging 39 points per game. That is insane, almost 40 points per game. Darren Peterson, Rookie of the Year, Jalen Green, 6th Man, Victor Wembanyama, Defensive Player, Scoot Henderson, Most Improved, Anthony Edwards wins Clutch Player, Will Hardy, our head coach, wins Coach of the Year, and we also go on to win Executive of the Year. It looks like this time Ja Morant makes it on an all-NBA first team. Will we have any more selections? And it looks like we do get Chet Holmgren on an all-defensive first team, and that will be it for awards. We ended this season being the number 1 seed, winning a total of 67 games and losing only 15. And before we start simulating the playoffs, let's go ahead and take a look at our player stats for the regular season. So our leading scorer was none other than Ja Morant, averaging a career high 29 points per game, 11 assists, shooting 58% from the field. 22 points per game from Chet Holmgren, as well as 10.5 rebounds, 21 from Jalen Williams, 14 from Gordon, and 13 from Peyton Watson. It looks like in the first round of the playoffs, we are going to be taking on the Golden State Warriors, the same team that eliminated us last year. Hopefully this time we're able to eliminate them. They have themselves Stephen Curry, Tim Hardaway Jr., Jimmy Butler, Q Santos, and Al Horford. And this is their bench unit. Let's see how things go here. Game number 1 will go to us. Ja Morant dropping 25, 21-point double-double from Chet. Game number 2 does go to the Golden State Warriors. They win here 129 to 125. Ja dropped 30, and so did Chet. Okay, so I did adjust some player minutes. Let's see if that will help us here for game 3, which we do go on to win 128 to 106. Ja dropping 44 points, 28 from J-Dub. Game number 4 will end up going to the Golden State Warriors. They win here by 1 single point. Ja was 1 rebound shy of a triple-double. Game number 5 does end up going to us. We win here by 7 points. Ja had 32, 20 from Gordon, and 12 from J-Dub. Game number 6 will go to us, and we eliminate the Golden State Warriors, winning here in game 6, 145 to 129. Ja had himself a 38-point double-double, 31 from J-Dub, and a 20-point double-double from Aaron Gordon. And now in the second round of the playoffs, we will be taking on the Dallas Mavericks, who have themselves Kyrie Irving, Cam Spencer, Cooper Flagg, PJ Washington, and Derek Lively II. Let's see how things go here. Game number 1 will go to the Mavericks. They win here 134 to 122. Game number 2 does end up going to us. Ja drops a 29-point double-double. We do go on to win game 3. We also win game 4. In game 4, Ja had 37 and 10, 23 from Chet Holmgren. It looks like we go on a gentleman sweep the Dallas Mavericks, winning here in game 5. Ja dropped 39 points, 23 from Chet, 17 from J-Dub. Let's take a look at how Ja has been doing so far, and holy, bro is averaging 35 points per game on 60, 50, 87 shooting splits. J-Dub is averaging 19 points per game, and we have Chet, who's also averaging 19 points per game. And now in the Western Conference Finals, we are going to be taking on the Minnesota Timberwolves, who have themselves Dante DiVincenzo, Anthony Edwards, Dyson Daniels, Julius Randle, and Rudy Gobert. Let's see how this goes. Game number 1 will go to the Minnesota Timberwolves. They win here by 11 points. Game number 2 does end up going to us. We win here 143 to 102, outscoring them by 41 points. Ja dropped 42, 25 from J-Dub, and 23 from Chet. Game number 3 will also go to us, as does game 4. We do not gentlemen sweep them. Let's see if we could defeat them here in game 6, where the Timberwolves do have home court advantage. And so far, the Timberwolves do have the lead, and it looks like they go on to beat us 125 to 116. And now it will be going to game 7. It looks like there's 2 game 7s in the Eastern Conference Finals and in the Western Conference Finals. So let's jump into Simcast, where we do have home court advantage. And so far we do have the lead by quite a bit. Can we keep it? And yes, we can. We go on to win 137 to 107. J-Dub led the way here with 25 points. Ja had himself a 22-point double-double. Ja Morant goes on to win Western Conference Finals MVP, averaging 30 points per game. Jalen Brunson, Eastern Conference Finals MVP. And that means we are going to be taking on the defending NBA champs, the New York Knicks. They still have themselves Jalen Brunson, Mikal Bridges, OG Anunoby, Josh Hart, and Karl Anthony Towns. Let's see how things go here. Game number 1 will go to the Knicks. They win here 134 to 121. Game number 2 does end up going to us. We win here 148 to 101. We outscored them by 47 points. Ja Morant had 31, 29 from Chet. Game number 3 will end up going to us. Let's go. We win here 135 to 128. And we also go on to win game 4. No, we cannot. It looks like the New York Knicks will be tying up the series. I have decided to come up with a defensive coach game plan for their 2 best offensive players, Jalen Brunson and Karl Anthony Towns. Let's see if that's going to help us win here in game 5. We will have home court advantage on our side, and so far we do have the lead by quite a bit, and it looks like we go on to win 132 to 84. Our defense was phenomenal. 42 points from Ja Morant, and it looks like the defensive coach game plan worked. Karl Anthony Towns shot the ball 6 of 20 and 5 of 14 from Jalen Brunson. Good thing we came up with that defensive coach game plan when we did. Let's see if we can win here in game 6 to go on to win ourselves a championship, and so far we do have the lead, and it looks like we will go on to win 123 to 120. J-Dub with a 23-point double-double, 20 from Watson, and 19 from Jalen Tyson. And just like that, we have won the Memphis Grizzlies their first ever championship, with Ja Morant winning Finals MVP, averaging 31 points per game, 5 rebounds, 10 assists, while shooting 62% from the field. We will be running it back one more season to see if we could win ourselves a back-to-back championship, but before that, here are the player stats. We played a total of 24 games, and in those 24 games, our leading scorer was Ja Morant, averaging 33 points per game and almost 10 assists. 20 from Chet Holmgren and 19 from Jalen Williams. What I will do now is simulate past the off-season and the regular season, and I'll see you guys in next year's playoffs, where hopefully we can go on to win a back-to-back championship. And at the end of this season, our boy Ja Morant goes on to win his first ever MVP, averaging 29 points per game, 5.5 rebounds, 10.5 assists, 1 steal, 1 block, while shooting 56% from the field. A phenomenal season here by Ja Morant. Chuck wins Rookie of the Year, De'Aaron Fox 6-Man, Wemby Defensive Player, Cameron Boozer wins Most Improved, Cade Cunningham Clutch Player, Will Hardy, our head coach, wins Coach of the Year, and we also go on to win Executive of the Year. And of course, the MVP Ja Morant makes it on an All-NBA first team. We also get Chet Holmgren on an All-NBA second team. Let's go. And we do get Chet Holmgren on an All-Defensive first team, and that will be it for awards. We ended this season as the number 1 seed, winning a total of 70 games and losing only 12. We were absolutely unstoppable. Before we start simulating the playoffs, let's take a look at the player stats for the regular season. So our leading scorer was none other than Morant, averaging a 29-point double-double. 23-point double-double for Chet Holmgren, 20 from J-Dub, 13 from Peyton Watson, 12.5 from Gordon, 11.5 from Nembhard, and 10 from Jalen Tyson. And in case you guys were wondering if I made any changes to this roster, the only change we made was getting ourselves Josh Hart in free agency to be the brand new backup power forward. And now it is playoff time. In the first round, we are going to be taking on the New Orleans Pelicans, who have themselves DeJounte Murray, Trey Murphy, Sadiq Bey, Zion Williamson, and Lonnie. Let's see how things go here. Game number 1 will go to us. Ja with 26, J-Dub with 25, 21 from Peyton Watson. We also go on to win game 2, we win game 3, and we do not sweep the Pelicans. Can we, gentlemen, sweep them? Yes, we can. So far, Ja is averaging 30 points per game here in the playoffs, 19 from J-Dub, and a 25-point double-double from Chet Holmgren. And now in the second round of the playoffs, we will be taking on the OKC Thunder, who have Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, Nickeil Alexander-Walker, Gigi Jackson, and Okongwu. Now let's see if we could also defeat this team here. Game number 1 will go to us. Ja with 36, a 34-point double-double from Chet Holmgren. We also go on to win game 2. We do lose game 3. We also lose game 4. Okay, so now the series is tied at 2-2 apiece. We will have home court advantage for game 5. And so far the OKC Thunder are destroying us, and they go on to win 140-137. Alrighty, I have come up with a defensive coach game plan, which I probably should have done beforehand, because we had Ja Morant guarding Shai this whole time, but now I have Jalen Williams guarding his former teammate Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. Let's jump into Simcast and see if we can tie up the series. OKC will have home court advantage, and so far we are up on them. Can we keep this lead? We are up by 10 points here in the fourth quarter, and it looks like we will be winning 149-130. J-Dub with 30, 27 from Chet, 24, and 13 from Ja. And now it is time for Game 7, win or go home situation. Let's see what happens. We will have home court advantage on our side, and so far we do have the lead by quite a bit, and it looks like we will be winning this game 165-155. They almost came back in the fourth quarter, scoring 58 points on us. Holy, that is insane. J-Dub had 40, 31 from Chet, and 22 from Ja. And it looks like in the Western Conference Finals, we are going to be taking on the Golden State Warriors. They no longer have Stephen Curry, but they do have Scoot Henderson, Tari Eason, Jimmy Butler. They may have brought back Jonathan Kuminga from the looks of things, and they also have Brendan Carlson. Let's see how things go here. Game number 1 goes to us. 33 and 13 from Ja, 30, 11, and 9 from J-Dub. We also go on to win game 2. We do end up losing game 3. We win game 4. And we do not gentlemen sweep them. Okay, so the Warriors are a playing team, but they are giving us some competition here. Let's jump into Simcast here and see what happens. The Warriors do have home court advantage, and we do go on to win by 3 points, 114-111. Ja with a 30-point double-double, 25 from J-Dub. Ja Morant goes on to win Western Conference Finals MVP, averaging a 30-point double-double. Scotty Barnes, Eastern Conference Finals MVP. And that means we are going to be taking on the Toronto Raptors in the NBA Finals, who have themselves Emmanuel Quickley, Chuck Ingram, Brandon Ingram, Scotty Barnes, and Colin Murray Boyles. Let's see how things go here. Game number 1 will go to us. Ja with a 38-point double-double. Can we also go on to win game 2? And yes, we can. Ja drops 29 points, 10 rebounds, and 9 assists. 1 assist shy of a triple-double. Game 3 will go to the Raptors. They win here by 1 single point. Game 4 goes to us, and now we are up 3-1. Ja dropping a 31-point double-double. And are we going to, gentlemen, sweep the Toronto Raptors? Yes, we will, to win the Memphis Grizzlies a back-to-back championship, with Ja Morant winning Finals MVP. And now, before I end up this video, let's go ahead and take a look at the player stats for the playoffs. We played a total of 23 games in the playoffs, and in those 23 games, the leading scorer was none other than our MVP, Ja Morant, averaging a 31-point double-double. Chet was averaging a 23-point double-double, 22 from J-Dub, 15 from Gordon, 14 from Watson, and 10 from Andrew Nembhard. And then in the NBA Finals, we played a total of 5 games. In those 5 games, the leading scorer was Morant, averaging 32-point double-double, 23-point double-double from Chet Holmgren, 20 from J-Dub, and 17 from Aaron Gordon. And now that's going to be it for today's video. I hope you all enjoyed. If you did, please make sure to hit that thumbs up button and also subscribe if you're new for more NBA 2K26 rebuilds. Click here on the screen to watch my latest upload. Until next time, it's your boy Dragon, and I'm out. Peace.